I'm going to say that I have seen my morons in my day. I'm only 31, but you really think about it, I have seen plenty of idiots. But after reading these comments from this post I made on X, stupidity is a virtue, and it makes me laugh because some of the stupidity makes no damn sense. Here we go. To put it bluntly, I made a comment stating that pretty much Crunchyroll should stop giving us the runaround and give us blank, obvious ideas. I mean, it's obvious, giving us a short idea of what we should do and not giving us the full benefit of why they do stupid crap. It makes sense, right? Come on. Taking away comment section is only saving their own asses, to put it bluntly. It's the same benefit as YouTube taking away the dislikes. They only did it because the news corporations were whining like little bitches and because they're not doing their jobs and people were calling them out. Now, with that in mind, I think when it comes to Crunchyroll, it may be a little deeper than that. I definitely recommend watching this video for more details. Now, skipping through it, this one person, this is where the laughter actually started coming by. As you can read there, private companies never own anyone free speech. Dumbo. Crunchyroll is not a private company, by the way. They never was. They're owned by Sony Entertainment, and Sony Entertainment is not private. It's a corporation that you can actually buy stock on. A private company is where you can't buy no stock unless you're part of the corporation. So I literally just called them out, as you see, saying YouTube is not a private company. Crunchyroll is definitely not a private company. Sony Electronics and Sony Entertainment is. And YouTube is owned by Google, which we all know Google is not private. I could buy stock for YouTube if I really wanted to. And that kind of said, as confirmation, that if, let's say, Daily Wire, people heard of that, they have their own YouTube channels and such, that they are also a, private company. That's confirmed to be private. Ben Shapiro has said it. But with that in mind, private companies also has very suspicion behind them due to problems that they do. I mean, we have seen the controversy Daily Wire has been in, and honestly, you have to think, is really being private a good thing? I mean, after you're not really going to admit crap of what you do behind the scenes, it only brings more suspicion and shame to the idea of your company, but that's my opinion. Besides the point, after me saying all that, there was one post that made me laugh the hardest. Right here. Unless it's owned by the government, it's entirely private. Being owned by a corporate billionaire doesn't make them part of the... This dumbass literally thinks a private company means it's not owned by the government. You complete dumbass. Do you think X is a private company? No. I could buy shares on X. Do you think YouTube is a private company? No. There is no damn way that any corporation is owned by the government unless it's owned by FBI or something. You imbecile. You don't gotta be owned by the government to not be a private company. A company is only private is if you can't buy shares or stock on that company. That's when it's private. But most corporations like Amazon, Google, heck, even, let's just put it bluntly, Sony, you could buy shares right now in the stock exchange and put your own stake in that company. It's obvious. Like I said, stupidity is a virtue. And reading these dumbasses thinking they know what they're talking about, this makes me laugh because I'm no genius. I'm definitely ain't a business smart guy. And I do have my moments of stupidity, trust me. And people do call me out. I'm accepting of that. But even I know this entire statement is blatantly false. It's sad. And this guy really thinks he's talking like he knows what he's talking about. It's the pinnacle of stupidity. Where is our world coming to? I'm just going to ask, where is our world going to? Are you really that stupid to think that you can't buy your own steak in Google? That you can't buy your own steak in YouTube? How many YouTubers literally buy stock from YouTube? I bet you there are thousands of them. Does that mean it's a private company? You know what? Stupidity is a virtue, but when you see dumbasses try to act smart, that's when it becomes funny. I admit, I'm an idiot. I'm a dumbass. I have taught myself a lot of stuff I know because I'm visually smart. I don't just read someone else's comment, I look them up myself, and I know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm honestly truthful when I do admit some things I do wrong. And some things I do say, I probably should shut my mouth for, because did I have to say anything about Crunchyroll? Probably not. I could have kept my mouth shut. But then again, sometimes when you see a corporation that is so wealthy, like Sony or at Google, you have to really call them out, because when they do things wrong, they have to know. If they don't, how would they ever fix them? The big problem is, though, they don't normally fix them. They just give you a dumbass answer and expect you to get it. Why else is YouTube so blatantly confusing? It's because they give us the vaguest answers ever, only to save their own asses. You know why people didn't like dislikes being removed? It's because they never gave us a true answer to that reason. We know the real reason. They're saving their own asses because news corporations were bitching at them because they're not doing their damn jobs. So YouTube, bend down, let them fuck them in the ass, and literally just gave them what they wanted. YouTube has done it so many damn times because they're cowards. They're for the bottom dollar. They're not for the idea of what's right and wrong. They would sell their corporation to China and let slave owners take control of it if China pays them enough. You think I'm crazy? I'm not. It's all about that money. And the richer you are, the more the money is what matters. Now, for granted, does YouTube really make a lot of money? No. But in the corporation side of things, it is smart because it's called control. Sometimes it's not all about the money. It's just about, can we control more people? Sad thing is, in YouTube's terms of ideas, they just want control. And they can make money off of a bunch of bullshitting ads that shove back up your ass because they're meaning nothing. Ads equal shit because ads come from people's asses because there's no logical thought into them anymore. It's not like back in the 90s where you actually see the Coca-Cola ads. That polar bear was a genius market strategy. Now, you see ads that are more boring, more stupid. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch advertisements. And honestly, they're not even worth the money they spend on them anymore. Oh, man. Sorry, it's been a little bit of a dry week. Regardless, I just wanted to post this because it was hilariously, ignorantly stupid that I couldn't help myself. This is DJMM here, signing out. Wishing you all the best of luck. See you, my friends.